we get some really bad wind. But everything's okay for now. And Leon's been touching bases with me. He's in Louisiana, so he's worried. He knows I don't like it when the trees blow. But I'm gonna be alright. Lights are out. Electricity went out. The wind is kind of bad. Yeah. I'll put her little light in the window. So I'm just kind of monitoring. I like to. YouTube family, we did very well in the storm yesterday. Today is a beautiful day. The sun is shining, and I have to go feed the animals. Everyone is having a wonderful day. We're sitting right in the doorway of Maya's room. So I've had many messages come through concerning bugs in your beans and things like that, and so I decided to do some research, and I come across some very alarming facts, and I thought I would share them with you today. Leon and I have been storing beans we have beans that are well over 5 years old in their original package. I have never had an issue with bean bugs, weevils, different things that they call them, and I will get into that. Never had an issue with that, but it depends on where you live, okay? So we have to realize that not everybody lives in the South. It's kind of dry in the South. At times it can be wet. No matter where you live, if you are storing up beans for long-term storage and you have quantities of them like we do, some people have more than we do, I think it's important to just go ahead and package it correctly. That way you do not have to come across the problem of walking in your pantry one day, going to get some beans to cook, and find out that you have a bunch of bugs in them. It's not only in the pods of the red beans. They can feed on corn, nuts, dried grains. Weevils can also approach fruits and vegetables. If you have seeds lying on the counter, they can feed on those. Most weevils of the grain and the bean family cannot survive in frozen temperatures and in the freezer for 7 days. So you guys who mentioned that, putting your beans in the freezer for a couple of days, some say 3, that will help out on killing the adult weevil or the eggs present in the bean. Some pantries are warm, dark, and humid, and the doors are airtight. So it would be practical to leave the door open for a few minutes at times to get the air flowing, if that's the case to where you store your food, okay? If you can get a circulation to dry up a moist area, if that's the only area that you have. So this is just a side note. It says it takes a single bean pod for larvae to grow into an adult weevil. Okay, now we're going to talk about sanitation. Let's talk about some ways that weevils can enter your house, and not only through food that you buy in the grocery store, but just in general. The bean weevil that flies to the side of a house door bidding its way to enter is something you can control because of the advantage of their tiny size. Weevils can enter your house through cracks in the screen, through the door. So you want to repair any cracks, you want to seal them up, any holes you see in the windows or the doors, or any point of entryway. Check for any broken screens, repair the screen if you see a tear in your screen, and always keep the window sills vacuumed. Try to keep all of that clean as well. So as much as we'd like our houses to be free of pest or insect, they do sometimes come in, but there are steps that you can take to prevent this from happening. However, to prevent this is always an ongoing process. I'm going to talk about how to package your beans in just a second, but we always want to remember to keep our kitchens clean. Sanitation and cleanliness is the first step to preventing weevils or any pest infestation. And that means properly cleaning shelves, sweeping pantry floors, keeping the base of your cabinets clean. If you do have an infestation, remove the infested product and make sure you clean accordingly after that. Also use a product called Demacious Earth. Demacious Earth is essentially a fossilized insect skeleton. It works well at repelling wide variety of pests. Okay, you may have heard of people use it in their gardens with great success. It can also be used in the pantry to fight weevils. You put a little on the floor. You can even put it inside of your dried beans. I'm not going to do that, but you can do that as well. You said that you can put it in the freezer, okay? I think I mentioned that, and for 3 to 7 days, it also says you can do that. You will have to wait till the beans come to room temperature before you package them. So you want to make sure they are free of moisture, so leave them on the counter for a couple of days. Take note that if condensation happens in a container, the seeds will spoil due to the moisture. When you bring your bean home from the grocery store, I'm not going to do it immediately after, but I will get these packaged up. In a Mylar bag or an airtight container jar, you can use oxygen absorbers. I guess whenever I go to package my beans, I will look at them, make sure there's no holes in the beans. If there is any holes, I will remove them. But guys, I am 100% sure that if you put your beans in a jar with an oxygen absorber, nothing's going to grow. Bugs cannot survive without oxygen, okay? So oxygen, moisture, and light is our #1 enemy. But as I go to package these beans, and I will make a video on that later on, I will make a video. I'll go through the beans and get the ones that I see that have holes in them out. And then I will Mylar bag them up. I will seal them with an oxygen absorber and then put them back in the 5-gallon bucket. So you can also open your beans and dump them in a 5-gallon bucket, okay, and put oxygen absorbers in there in a food grade bucket and seal them up that way. They will be totally safe. All right, friends and family, I'm going to go ahead and end with this. Keep your comments and your tips coming. It is so important. It means so much to all of us. If you have any suggestions, we all appreciate that. We are one big family. We are in this together. And as we store our product, we definitely want to be sure that when the day comes when we go to open it, because we need a bag of beans to cook, we don't want to find all of our stuff infested with some type of bug. Okay, so that would be a waste of money, a waste of time, and go against everything that we are trying to do to prepare. I love you guys. Leon is on his way home right now as we speak, and I'm so happy. But we will see you on the next video. Stay safe and stock up. Bye, guys.